Welcome to Celebrate Swahili. Today, we are going to help you shop like a local. Anytime you go to a Swahili market, there are some survival tips you need to know. And then, of course, there are some words that are important to know. Welcome to Celebrate Swahili, where our goal is to help you get to conversational Swahili ASAP. So, anytime you are in a Swahili setting, whether it's in a market or any other place, remember, Swahili culture is a very polite culture. So when you go shopping, never start with business or price questions. It comes off a little bit disrespectful. So you want to say, habari. Start with greetings. Habari. Hello. How are you? Habari has a like a schwa. So it's not habari, it's habari. Habari. Try to put a little pizzazz to it, right? Simple conversation starters would be something like hujambo. If you're talking to one person, hujambo, hujambo. And they would answer, si jambo, I'm fine. If you're talking with a lot of people, more than one, you would say hamjambo. And they would answer, hatujambo. Hamjambo, hatujambo. Now let's get to the nitty gritty. Asking for the price at a Swahili market. One tip I will tell you is always do your homework before going to the store. Always have an idea of how much that particular item that you want might cost. Otherwise, they will eat you for lunch. They will definitely take advantage of your ignorance. So this is not one of those ignorance is bliss. No, you want to know. So you have an idea. Then you can just go and stay straight up after the greetings. You say, Bei gani, bei gani. That means how much is it? You could be holding the item or pointing to it, saying bei gani, bei gani. How much is it? And of course, they will mention the money in English or in Swahili, and hopefully you know what those numbers are. Remember, bargaining is a normal thing in many markets. I would say almost all markets in Swahili culture. Bargaining is it's like a game. People just play a game, but at the end of it, there is some transaction that's going to happen. So negotiating is normal and expected. So how do you haggle like a local? Let's say they told you whatever price, mia elfu kumi. Then you would say nigali, nigali. That means it's expensive, too much money, nigali. And of course, you're always maintaining that polite language. You're never going like, that's just way too much. What do you think I am? No. You think I'm talking to Rockefeller? No, 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 no. You just say, nigali. It's expensive. And then you can say, punguza bei. Punguza bei. Reduce the price. Punguza bei. Or you can also say, nipe bei ya mwisho. Nipe bei ya mwisho. Final price, please. Nipe bei ya mwisho. Always start by offering half or even less than half the price they give you. And then you start negotiating from there. Of course, remember, do your homework because sometimes even half price is way more than what you should be paying for that item. If they say 5,000 shillings, which is equivalent to about $50, you can say, 2,000, elfu mbili, and then they will come up. Okay. Always remember, smile and stay friendly. Of course, you're not trying to take advantage of the seller. You just want to have a good, honest market value transaction, right? So let's try this again. Nigali. It's expensive. Punguza bei. Reduce the price. Nipe bei ya mwisho. Give me the final price. Our final price, please. Another tip here. Always smile and stay friendly, but firm in your decision. In other words, don't be pushed into paying the price they're giving. If you don't want There is no threat to pay. You can just walk away. And here are a few ways you can walk away. Number one, you can say sawa. That could either mean okay, I accept the price. It could also mean okay, and you walk away. Sawa. So sawa can mean anything you want it to mean. If you say sour and then you start paying, they know that you accept the price. If you say sour and walk away, they understand that you don't want to pay that price. Another way, you can also say asante lakini hapana. Thanks, but no. Or thank you, but no. That means you will not buy. Thank you, but no. Asante lakini hapana. Now here's another one that's kind of interesting. You can say nitarudi. I'll be back. Now, that's a polite way of actually saying, I'm not buying. You're really not coming back. And everybody knows that. If you stay there and keep telling them, oh, Beju, Begani, Begani, they probably will keep holding you and not wanting you to leave until you pay. So you just say, Nitarudi. They have no way to hold you back. And then, of course, you go. You smile, stay friendly, but firm in your decision. If you want to buy that thing there and you want to, if you're okay with that price, pay for it. If you don't feel okay, just walk away. There are many other places you can get the same item. In Swahili market, even though people really want to do business, even though people are really hungry, even though people actually need the money, but everybody does everything they can to stay polite. So here are a few tips here. If you are talking to someone and you something didn't go right, you want to excuse yourself, you can say samahani, which means I'm sorry. Samahani. Samahani. I'm sorry. Or you can say tafadhali, which means please. Tafadhali. For instance, when you're talking about reducing the price, you can say tafadhali punguza bei. Please lower the price. If you need help, of course, if you are in a foreign place, you do want to be careful. First of all, who you're asking help from. Obviously, if you need help, people will come to help. You can say, naomba msaada. Can you help me? Naomba msaada. Can you help me? Politeness always opens doors. Finally, it's time to go. You express your gratitude. Asante. Thank you. Asante sana. Thank you very much. And they're likely to say, karibu. Welcome. Asante sana. Karibu. Practice that. How do you say thank you? Asante. And how are they going to answer? Karibu. Remember to always thank people who help you. Now, after the whole transaction, now you're a pro and you want to leave, you can say, Waheri. That means goodbye. You can also say, Tutao Nana. See you later. Or you can simply say, Badai. Later. If it's at night, you can say, Lala Salama. Good night. So let's practice that again. How would you say, see you later? Tutao Nana. And how would you say goodbye? Kwaheri. How would you say good night? Lala salama. And how would you say see you later? Tutao nana. What about just later? Bye. A polite goodbye leaves a good impression. Always. Thank you for learning this lesson with me, and I will see you on the next one.